For Washington, the challenge lay in squaring two realities: unwavering support for Israel and the need to maintain cooperative ties with Qatar, which hosts the Al Udeid Air Base, the largest U.S. military installation in the region. Officials close to Rubio acknowledged that behind closed doors, the Secretary of State intended to press Netanyahu for assurances that future operations would avoid dragging Washington into an open confrontation with Gulf allies. Rubio said, "Our commitment to Israel's security is ironclad, but we must also keep open the path to peace. Every action taken must consider its long-term consequences." This remark, delivered firmly, underscored the U.S. administration's concerns. Analysts suggested it was a polite but unmistakable signal that Washington was not prepared to absorb the fallout of actions that could destabilize the Gulf. Yet Netanyahu was equally clear that Israel would not be deterred. Netanyahu said, "No nation can accept terrorists plotting in foreign capitals against its people. We will act and we will prevail." By framing the strike as a defensive necessity, Netanyahu sought to blunt criticism that Israel was escalating tensions unnecessarily. His emphasis on prevail was both a message to domestic audiences, who remain divided over the government's military strategy, and to Hamas, signaling that Israel would not hesitate to take the fight beyond Gaza. The diplomatic ripple effects extended far beyond the region. European leaders, already struggling to maintain unity on Middle East policy, voiced concern that Israel's strike had jeopardized fragile ceasefire talks. French officials privately warned that momentum toward a truce in Gaza had been seriously damaged, while German diplomats worried that Arab outrage could undermine efforts to restart negotiations. The United Nations issued a measured statement calling for all parties to exercise maximum restraint. But behind the cautious phrasing was deep frustration that months of painstaking talks risked collapsing. For Gazans, meanwhile, the immediate fear was that the fallout would mean prolongation of the conflict. Aid groups warned that without progress on a ceasefire, humanitarian conditions could worsen dramatically in the weeks ahead. Despite the turbulence, the optics of Rubio's visit carried undeniable symbolic weight. Standing side by side in Jerusalem, the two men projected the enduring alliance between their countries, an image both leaders needed, albeit for different reasons. For Netanyahu, it was reassurance to his domestic base and defiance to critics abroad. For Rubio, it was a demonstration that Washington remained actively engaged in managing one of the world's most combustible conflicts.